Thank you, Jesus. Whatever you face this week, forward still. Whatever mountains come in your way, forward still. Yeah. Whatever, if you book your tour, forward still. Disappointment come, forward still. Woo. And if another pastor fall, forward still. After the pastor we are follow. We obey with pastor, but we are follow Jesus. Forward still. Woo. Young people, walk holy. Walk holy. Make the right decisions. Walk right. Walk holy. Ramandosia. Rakandarabasiondarabosa. Walk holy. Forward still. It's Jehovah's will. Though the billows dash and sway with a concrete tread, we will push. Let the church be the church, and he will roll. Yes, he will roll. No matter what you face, he will roll. Even if you fall, get up and he will. Oh yes, and he will roll the sea away. Hallelujah.
Heat life, he life.
Yes, comrades! Youth and youth! Undecided voters! PNP coming again! So tell your neighbor, tell your friend! Green man I ride with like mule, and I take the nation for fall! But we have a new name for him! What him name? Eli! Bangarang! Oh, we tired of the labor pay! The drive across the bus and the country going down the drain. Yes, we tired of the labor pain. Poverty of us we shut and we going insane. Why? Eli. At the new name for the bus driver. Eli. That's how you hear from every corner. Eli. The name a ring throughout Jamaica. Eli. On a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, on a Friday, on a Saturday, 2 times on a Sunday. Eli. Hear this. Eli tell we say him a go build up the country, put money in our pocket and end poverty. Promise the farmer them a go drive SUV. No him touch the bus, him a blame PNP, but Eli is a rookie driver. Him cannot run Jamaica. Him fi go sit down back in the harbor. Him too lion out of order. Oh, we tired of the labor pay. The drive across the bus and the country going down the drain. Yes, we tired of the labor pay. Poverty of us we shut and we going insane. Eli. At the new name for the bus driver. Eli. That's how you hear from every corner. Eli. The name a ring throughout Jamaica. Eli make big promise to teach a nurse and police. Promise to give them big salary increase. Promise jobs, more jobs and good economy. But no him crash the bus, him a blame PNP. But Eli is a rookie driver. Him cannot run Jamaica. Him they go sit down back in the harbor. Him too lion out of order. Wanna remember this? Eli boy from a party new on the scene. Swear say him done with the garrison and the green.
I'll never go back to that.
Him tell the country now him greener than green with no credibility. Eli, I didn't know him for the bus driver. Eli, that's how you hear from every corner. Eli, him name a ring throughout Jamaica. Eli, Eli is a rookie driver. Eli, him cannot run Jamaica. Eli, him can go sit down back in the harbor. Eli, him too lion out of order. On a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, on a Friday, on a Saturday, 2 times on a Sunday, 1 o'clock.
For I want to go to heaven when I die. We go here when Jordan rolls. Get something and wave it. 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 Grab a rock 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 and wave it. Come now, wave your hand. Wave your hand. Wave your hand if you love the Lord. Wave your hand. Wave your, yes, wave your hand if you love the Lord. And me say roll, Jordan roll, roll. Praise him like you just don't care. Just praise the God, because you know what he has done for you. Just give him praise. Rock and praise him. Dance and praise him. Wave your hand and praise him. For I want to go to heaven when I die. We go here when Jordan. My God, David was one of the greatest musicians. And I hear this musician playing. Give God glory, musician. Tell them, play a little David. Play a little David. Play me David. Play a little David. Yes, play me David. Play a little David. Yes, play me David. Play a little David. Me say roll, Jordan. Me say roll, Jordan, roll. My God, Church of God this evening. God is good. Yes, God is good. God, for I want to go to heaven when I die. We go here when Jordan. Come now, me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me a go walk right in there. 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 A river Jordan a roll. 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 Roll river Jordan. Roll river Jordan. Roll river Jordan. Roll river Jordan. Roll bank to bank. Roll bank to bank. Roll bank to bank. Roll bank to bank. Let the deaf man hear. And the dumb man talk. And the blind eye see. And the crippled man walk. Roll back to bank. Roll back to bank. Roll back to bank. Roll back to bank. A river Jordan a roll. A river Jordan a roll. A river Jordan a roll. A river Jordan. I feel like praising. I feel it when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want rock and praise it, boy. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Boy, river Jordan a roll. People make you roll, make you roll. Boy, a blessing make you roll. Yes, a blessing make you roll. Boy, are your blessing make you roll. Yes, are your blessing make you roll. For I want to go to heaven when I die. We go here when Jordan rolls. Somebody to God.
All right. Partner draw. Partner draw. Andre. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. In the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. In the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the parliament. Set a rat trap in the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the 2 foot. Set a rat trap in a FLA. Set a rat trap in the 2 foot rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the 2 foot rat them. Set a rat trap in the school. The one them where teeth to pit in them money. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the judiciary. The one them where take money under the table. Set a rat trap for the lawyer them. Set a rat trap. Take the people money and take them land title. And them not get no title. Hello? Set a rat trap. Partner draw. Partner draw. Andre. Hello? Hello? We said we set a rat trap in the church for the one them we are thief the offering. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. We must catch them. Set a rat trap in the tax office. Set a rat trap in the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. We said we set a rat trap. Andre. Oh my God. We are suffering in Jamaica with the corruption. Jesus Christ, you can't get them. Set a rat trap down on the wharf. Set a rat trap for the, what they call them? Set a rat trap down on the wharf, man. Yes? And set a rat trap in the airport. Hello? Hello, you know, say all here Jamaica bankrupt, but we don't know where the money go. Set a rat trap, set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the entertainment. Hello? Set a rat trap in the entertainment. Set a rat trap. I'm saying set a rat trap. For those who are do contract killing. We must catch them in America, in England, and in Canada. Set a rat trap to the one them with Jamaica. To the 2 for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Hello? Set a rat trap. We must get them. Tear off the cover and expose them. Set a rat trap. Alright, sir. Set a rat trap. Must get them.
Thank you, Lord. There is a race that I must run, and the victory to be won. Anybody can identify with me this evening. So give me power, Lord, every hour. Say it with me, keep me through. Come on, people, get out of your seat and rock this evening. Rock and give Jesus glory. Come, keep me true, Lord Jesus, keep me true. Yes, keep me through, Lord Jesus, keep. Yes, there is a race that I must run, and the victory to be. Somebody give God praise hour. Yes, every hour. Yes, keep me true. Sing it again this evening. Keep me true, Lord Jesus, keep me true. Yes, I keep me true, Lord Jesus, keep me true. There is a race that I must run. night, good night. Good night, Jamaica. Good night, both to TikTok and to YouTube. Certainly, we ask the Father from up above to keep us through. Keep us through these hard times. Keep us through these rocky roads. Keep us through Jamaica. The challenges ahead. You know, it's very important that we have a spirit, a fervent spirit of prayer in this time. I say that to say, Jamaica, that you never know when is your time. You never know when is your time. You never know when is your 10 o'clock. You never know when is your 11 o'clock. And you sure never know when is your midday or your midnight. Who agrees, Jamaica? So when you are able to get home, to cock up your foot, sit down in your bed, sit down in your bar, or on the corner, or in your living room at 8 o'clock to watch Partner Draw TV. The first thing you must do is make sure you be a part of the devotional exercise at PD. Because majority of you sometimes wonder, why is it that teacher play out those songs? You see, this first 20 or 15 minutes of the show each night, it actually assists in making the news a little easier to digest in this country. I'm going to say it again. You see, the first devotional exercise in a classroom assist Jamaica for me and you to digest the news that is about to be shared. So that is what makes PDTV News Jamaica unique. So I'll if me get all our international station and they must say, oh no. We roll it away if we play. Keep me true if we play. Play little David if we play. Ball out if we play Jamaica. Those have to certainly play. But people have been calling me and messaging me about what has happened, why St. Jago High School has withdrawn. Why St. Jago High School has withdrawn from School Challenge Quiz. Before St. Jago High School entered School Challenge Quiz, didn't they do their due diligence? Didn't they do their due diligence? Listen to what happened, why St. Jago removed themselves from School Challenge Quiz.
St. Jago High School is officially out of this year's staging of School's Challenge Quiz, but the school is still answering questions. The main one, why did the team withdraw from the competition at this stage? Acting Principal Antoinette Wright Allen says it was because of a breach of the age requirements.
We realized that one of our team members would become ineligible in April, And as a result of this, we communicated that information to TVJ, and unilaterally we made the decision that we would withdraw on a matter of principle and a matter of honor and good sportsmanship.
She believes the school did due diligence going into the competition, but she admits,
as with all things, there are sometimes human error. So once we realized our situation, we made it known to TVJ.
St. Diego was on the verge of claiming a fourth straight win after copying the title in 2022, 2023, and 2024.
We are devastated as a school. I know the quiz members are really torn up about it. As school, we support their endeavors, but one of the things we pride ourselves in at St. Diego is integrity.
The feedback, however, may vary, with many people questioning the administration's actions. But Mrs. Wright Allen remains resolute that the right decision was made.
It might not be a popular decision. Persons might think that, we could have done something else. But at the end of the day, we believe that if we're going to teach persons about honesty and integrity, it must also be in our action. It can't just be words. It has to be action.
She says the breach coming up later in the season would have caused more uproar, and going forward, the school promises to be more thorough.
We always review our program, so we'll be looking at how we do things to ensure that there isn't a repeat of this. So we will be reviewing our processes going forward.
Ramarda Lyons, TVJ News.
Where 20-year-old are doing a high school? What 20-year-old are doing a high school? I'm going to ask it again. What a 20-year-old doing in high school? That not sound like somebody would have been a second year at university. That don't sound like somebody who would have been in even the second year at university. Let me say something to you. Many of these schools, from track and field to school challenge quiz, many of these schools have up the children in the school, to carry out them agenda, St. Diego High School, I have done my due diligence, and I'm being reliably informed that this isn't the first time. I have been duly informed, Jamaica, that this isn't the first time. I'm going to say it again. I have gotten a link and a source that told me that I catch up pound now. So what can go so? So I am saying, Jamaica, there is more to this. There is more to this. There is more to this. You hear, Jamaica? But Jamaica, let me leave it right there for now. Every school have upper six. Or most schools have upper 6 these days and lower 6. But I can tell you, Jamaica, there is more to this. But is it true? There's a lot of sympathizers and lovers of St. Jacob School Challenge Quiz team. Let me leave it there for now. You heard what I said, Jamaica? Because so many people so many people love St. Jacob. Let me leave it there for now. But I can tell you, Jamaica, what I am seeing and what I have observed and what I've been told. Because Jamaica, these days, you know, majority of what is happening on the island, I get a call, you know. I get what a call, I get a briefing. So when you hear what I said to you, say, there is more to this. And they know. They know. And you know, me I go talk the talk, you know. You know the reason why St. Jacob come out and withdraw from the competition? Somebody threatened, another school threatened them to say they're going to carry the issue public. So therefore, Jamaica, therefore, St. Jacob decided to come out first and wave the white flag. Jacob decided to come out first and wave the white flag. So when I tell you I know the intricacies, when you say to me, say, teacher, go and research, and I research what is happening. St. Jacob know. St. Jacob knew that they were going to be exposed. You ever see people are in competition and out of blue, Courtney? Out of blue. Them just decide, say, them go come tell you, say, we are withdraw from competition.
No, sir.
What can go so?
So when you see this news, remember, you know, they have become immune to a culture of nepotism in this country. Cronyism and skullduggery. Just as how the politicians know how to do what, Courtney? Hide things until you find a whistleblower. A whistleblower was going to expose it. So them say, you know what? You know what? Let me come out. But St. Jacob, I love the young girl on the school challenge quiz team, you know. I love the young girl, the captain of the school challenge quiz team. The captain of the school challenge quiz team. I love her dearly. But you see, what people fail to recognize, I've always said it, Courtney, when it is your time to dance and leave, exit the stage gracefully. I love her because I see her on school challenge quiz. I see her in so many things. I love her, Jamaica. She is the epitome. She is the epitome. And a young lady like that must be going off to university and continuing her studies. What do you mean by oversight? There can be no oversight at checking birth certificate because they would have known 3-4 years ago what her age is.
Of course. Didn't register?
They know, Jamaica. But as I said, somebody was using it. Somebody was using it. Somebody was using it to tip off, to say, you know what? this is this, that is that. But San Diego High School, at least you know do the honorable thing at the penultimate hour. At least you know save face at the penultimate hour. All right? But St. Diego High School, do better than that, man. And it's not St. Diego at all, now tonight alone. You know? You see all of those schools that breed up the students for track and field. All of the KC and the JC, Calabar, we have the boy them there in the school for how much years, where them look great tone, just for competing a sport in this country. And you know what I'm talking about, you know? Because a lot of these schools tolerate and have the boy them all 2019. Come on, man, sports must be sports, big league must be league. And them do it in football too. Them do it in football, them do it in basketball, them do it in cricket, they do it in so many sports in this country. Lead an example, man, and set a precedent. Too much skullduggery is happening in the high schools. Too much principals and schools involved in skullduggeries in this country. You don't know what I'm talking about, you know? Because you have heard the story. Man, 18, 19, 20. And that is how corruption breed in this country. But you see, because them see the 28 bank account that nobody now look pan and the uncertified. The assets now declare. St. Diego decide, you know, me now declare the birth certificate. Yeah.
Ball out! Whoa! Yo.
You don't know what I said?
Now declare the birth certificate.
Just as how the Prime Minister now declare the statutory. St. Diego say, you know what? We not declaring. And that is what happens when the head of the stream is dirty and mucky.
Excuse me, Andrea, you just see me this morning, so where you find that tune from?
Jamaica, I'm going to say to you, when they look at how the Prime Minister's statutories are undeclared for 4 years, the Prime Minister set an example for them. So when they ask, why you never declare the birth certificate? You them go say to the Integrity Commission, it was an oversight. What? That is what is happening in this country. Are you surprised, Jamaica?
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Nothing is private, eh?
But you see, Jamaica, learn that when these things happen, look at the national leadership of your country, and then you will juxtapose that, and you say to yourself, indiscipline breeds indiscipline. Indiscipline breeds indiscipline. All right? Indiscipline breeds indiscipline. Jamaica, I will say this tonight. I'm not going to get distracted. You know, I think I need to play this song. I have an interview to start soon, Jamaica. But I'm going to clear the atmosphere. You know, want me to clear the atmosphere, Jamaica? Yeah, man, them come over here to... Here's somebody say, Andre, what happened at St. Diego was no mistake. They knew the issue became a problem after the match with York Castle, who were doing well. School challenge quiz has become a question to pay, no integrity. I even can go further to say one of the current team members at St. Jago is a proud young Jamaica. Hey! And show size 13 supporter. This not sound good. This not sound good, Jamaica. I tell you, says it encrypted.
That vein, man. Blood.
But you know, Jamaica, I see one of them over here. Me not play it long enough because I'm going to start an interview. Producer, let me know if my guest is in the studio.
Anywhere he comes from, send it back.
Send it back.
If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he comes from, we send it back. Reverse the curse. Reverse the curse.
Send up some orange heart, Jamaica.
Reverse the curse.
Come on.
Reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse.
Send them back.
Reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Reverse the order.
Send him back. Dash him way. Dash him way.
Reverse the order.
Hey.
If a king's house,
send him back.
If a God the house,
send him back.
If a the prime minister,
send him back.
If a the opposition,
keep him.
If a politician,
send him back.
If a the liar,
send him back.
Come find it up.
Hey, send him back.
Come find sign.
Hey, send him back.
Anywhere he comes from,
send him back. Send him back.
Reverse the order. Reverse the order.
Hey,
break sure we're coming through.
I hear from what they are, them are coming and me comment that talk about the lady and the slippers where she did give me.
Yeah.
And every minute, me know say these slippers did have witchcraft, you know. Me know say only did carry the slippers with the witchcraft. So me recognize say from we start that program here from yesterday, uno remind me of the slippers. So me know so no go a brother Tukumo. So you know what me go say when you no go a brother Tukumo.
We're coming through. Reverse the curse. Send back the order. Reverse the curse. Send back the order. Where he come from?
Send him back.
Anywhere he come from.
Send him back.
If a Jamaica,
send him back.
If a Clarendon,
send him back.
If a St. Thomas he come from,
send him back.
St. Mary,
send him back. Send him back.
Send him back.
Send him back.
Send him back.
Send him back.
We don't want to hear you.
Send him back.
Come out of Jamaica. Leave the Highland.
Send him back.
Leave Jamaica.
Send him back.
Leave Jamaica.
Send him back.
Leave Jamaica.
Hey.
We are going to go Jamaica. We are going to take back Jamaica.
Take him back.
We are going to take back Jamaica.
Take him back.
We are going to take back Jamaica.
Come on.
We are going to take back Jamaica.
Take him back.
We say we want back Jamaica.
Send him.
We say we want back Jamaica. We say we want back Jamaica. We say we want back Mandeville. So we want back Clarendon.
Take him back.
We want back Manchester.
Take him back.
So we want back Kingston.
Take him back.
We want back Spanish Town.
Take him back. So yes, energy and man. Take him back. Take him back. Take him back.
Westmoreland Afri.
Take him back. 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 Take him back.
We have to give back from China.
Take him back.
We have to give back from India.
Take it back.
We have to give from America.
Hey, take it back.
Eternal God.
Come Jamaica.
Eternal God.
Come Jamaica.
Eternal God. Eternal God. Say eternal God.
Hey.
Eternal God.
Hey.
Eternal Father. Eternal Father.
Wanna light the class?
Eternal Father.
Come again.
Eternal Father. Eternal God. We are take it back.
Take it back.
We are reverse the order. We are reverse the order.
Show up the wall of them picture. Show up the wall of them picture, producer.
We are the Jamaica.
Take it back.
Take it back from the minister.
Take it back.
Take it back from the leader.
Hey, take it back.
We are taking from which?
Hey,
We are taking from Rubio.
take it back.
We are taking
Take it back. Hey, yes, yes. Hey, yes. Beat them bad. Hey, hey, no. Hey, why? Take it back.
Everybody, reverse the curse.
Reverse the curse.
Reverse the order.
Come on, Jamaica.
Reverse the curse.
That's your way.
Reverse the
Hey.
order. Reverse the curse.
Yes, producer. Hey,
If you come from China,
why?
come from China,
Hey.
back to the center.
Yes.
Come from India,
Yes, yes,
come from America,
yes.
come from China,
Beat them tonight,
you
Jamaica.
come from India,
Beat them tonight.
come from Africa.
Hey,
If you're Africa, you come
come now, Jamaica.
Ghana, you come
Hey, hey.
anywhere you come from.
When me say beat them, Jamaica.
Reverse the order.
Beat them, no man.
Reverse the
Beat. Hey, frog mouth, dirty mouth. Hey,
Mark Stewart here.
why?
We are giving them.
Why? Hey,
A new day.
Jamaica, Katina, man.
Mighty God, expose them. Loose the tool.
Start it again, producer.
Got to be prepared.
Why?
Andrew, the whole of who up there.
Why?
Watch out. Jesus Christ is in the air.
Come on, man. Cut and clear them, man.
Politician. You look up father.
Hey!
Said he might
Hey!
wanna come.
Why?
Come. Reverse the order.
Reverse it.
Reverse the order.
Why?
Reverse the curse.
Why?
Reverse the order.
Come on, man.
Reverse the curse.
Hey,
Reverse the order.
hey. Beat them tonight. Hey.
Every evil arrow back to the sender.
Back to the sender.
Every evil arrow. Send it back, send it back.
Send it back. Send it back. Back. Hey. 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 Why? Why? Lord. Lord. Dancing on the yard, Jamaica. Jamaica, what a show night. No, sir, Jamaica. I better say they not come back over here now.
Hallelujah.
Make them go. I feel good now. Baba, back to the sender. Baba, back to
Reverse the order.
reverse the order. All I said tonight, Jamaica, if we keep chanting that, and keep at that, right up to the night of the election, remember what Bookman did in Haiti. Remember how revolution started with the use of the drum. Remember what that can do, Jamaica. We want no confusion over here tonight. No confusion over here tonight. So as we start now, Jamaica, let me introduce to you MP candidate for Northeast St. Andrew, attorney at law, the daughter of the sheriff, King's Counsel, Katie Knight. Tonight I introduce to you Jamaica,
Miss Stacy Knight. Good night, Miss Knight.
Good night, Andre.
My apologies for the delay in the broadcast tonight.
That's all right. I was enjoying your program. And good night to all your listeners and your audience.
Yes,
Watching
Stacy
on
Knight.
YouTube and listening on the various platforms. Good night, everyone. Hello. My pleasure to be here.
Who is Stacy Knight?
Who is Stacy Knight? I am Stacy Knight. I am, where should I start? I'm a mother of two, a daughter of the best. And when I say the best, I'm referring to both my parents, both of whom have served this country faithfully. I'm a child of God. I am an attorney at law. I'm an educator, having taught for over a decade. I am a believer in the good that can come when people really put their hearts and minds to recognizing that change can happen. We don't have to throw up our hands. I'm not a throw up your hands person at all. Like, there's a problem, let's see how we can fix it. That's who I am. That's who Stacy Knight is. Let's roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty and fix the problem. And what I'm seeing right now is that my country has a lot of problems that need to be solved. And so I have rolled up my sleeves and I have stepped right in to be a part of the change process that will transform Jamaica and make it a place where my children and everybody else's children will want to live. Because we're finding that a lot of our young people are looking elsewhere. And so I want to make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, and do business, as our Vision 2030 goals said.
But that Vision 2030 has now been stalled by this government.
It has been stalled, and so we need to get it back on track. We won't be able to make it in 2030, but we can move the goalposts a little bit. And once the People's National Party administration takes over the reins, I know we will be heading in the right direction.
Stacy Knight, many would argue, how can you take out a Delroy Chuck out of the parliament?
Yeah. Well, you know, Delroy Chuck has been in the parliament for 28 years. That's a long time. And I have lived in the constituency that he represents for all of those 28 years. Yeah. In fact, I was in a meeting with him recently and he wasn't able to say what his legacy is. What has he done in these 28 years that he can say is his legacy? There's nothing. There is nothing of importance, of, nothing major that he has done. Fixing a pothole here and there definitely can't count.
So your constituency is made up of the Barbican division.
Yes. And the Waterloo division. So there are two divisions in this constituency. And a lot of people think that the constituency is just Barbican and perhaps Waterloo Road and Grand Spain, but it spans a much wider area than that. It actually starts up in the north. The northernmost section of the constituency is Peters Rock, Woodford, which is actually a rural community bordering on East Rural constituency. That's a part of Northeast St. Andrew. And coming down Jacks Hill into Cherry Gardens, Graham Heights, Russell Heights, you have the high upper income areas.
Oh, that is Tavistock and all of those places.
Tavistock and all of those. Yes, all of that is part of the constituency. And then it comes down through Barbican. Barbican is the heart of the constituency.
Yes.
And Grand Spain. They're at the center of it. And the dividing line between the two divisions, Barbican and Waterloo, is Barbican Road.
Wow.
And then south of Barbican Road is the Waterloo Division, which includes areas like East King's House, Paddington, Surbiton, Ellismere, Southermere, and it goes all the way down to the clock, to the halfway tree clock, which is a part of this constituency. So I like to characterize it as from the Peters Rock to the halfway tree clock. That's Northeast St. Andrew.
So that is why you had a big thing at the Sagicor Sigma Run.
Yes.
Oh.
So the Sagicor Sigma Run, a large part of that race ran through our constituency. It started in Southeast, but a large portion of the route is through Northeast St. Andrew.
So so strategically, your marketing team decided, let us now show Jamaica the new face for Northeast St. Andrew.
And the people have been embracing me. Everywhere I'm going now, people are recognizing me and welcoming me as the new MP.
Oh, they're welcoming you as the new MP and not the MP candidate.
I met somebody in the market the other day and he said, oh, you are the new MP lady.
Oh, so you already started the damage that your father taught you to do.
Yes, I have learned from him for sure. Couldn't grow up with him and not learn. Yeah. So we know how to win.
You know how to win, but are you as deadly as a Katie Knight?
You know, Andre, I don't like to be compared to anyone really. Yes, and Desiderata speaks against comparing ourselves to others because each person really has their own qualities, talents, and the own thing that they bring to the world. If I'm bringing to the world just what my father brought, then I'm not really necessary. So I bring my own style and flair. But there's no question about it that I'm bringing
your
something.
Own style and flair come with a Katie Knight gene, and that gene is not a normal gene, you know. That gene is one that make labor rights at inquiries stutter.
And tremble.
And tremble.
Yes.
So is it a case that Delroy, I hear already that him starting to do a lot of walks?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He has been in follow back of me. So wherever I go, I hear that he's there the next week. Which, go ahead.
I wouldn't be surprised him following, you know, because you're the beauty that exudes from your aura is one that your innocence, there's something about your presence. There is your unassuming, innocent personality. People are saying that they're drawn to that.
Oh. And I want people to be drawn to more than just that. Because that's really just the surface. I want people to be drawn to the change that I bring. I want people to be drawn to speaking to me about their issues and knowing that we can work together to create solutions to those issues. That's what I want people to be drawn to.
You spoke that you're an educator.
Yes.
What kind of plans you have for Northeast St. Andrew in terms of education?
Yeah. All right. Northeast St. Andrew, like the rest of Jamaica, has underperforming schools. Yeah. We also have the same educational apartheid system that plagues the rest of Jamaica, where at age 11 plus, I think nowadays it's 12, they take the PEP. Yes. Children are required to do an exam that determines their destiny pretty much. Because at the end of that exam, they are placed in a school that is either going to be a well-resourced school or a school that's not well-resourced. And that somewhat determines the destiny of our children. And my plans for education is that every school is a high-performing school. That there should be no school that a parent does not want their child to go to.
balance the playing field.
We need to balance the playing field. We really have to make sure that every child can learn, every child must learn, is real, that it actually can be implemented in the schools that we have. Our teachers need to be better paid. The schools need to be better funded. Yeah, there are some transformative plans that the spokesperson on education has outlined. And I buy into those plans.
About feeding the children each day?
Feeding the children each day. About longer school days. Yeah.
Learning times.
Yeah.
Additional extracurricular activities.
Yes. And better supervision, because we don't want our children just running out of the school gates and then that afternoon time before their children get home. A lot of mischief happens during that time.
So apart from the educational prowess that you're talking about for Northeast St. Andrew, what else are your big ticket agenda items?
You know, one of the big things for Northeast St. Andrew is sustainable development. There's a lot of private development taking place.
Oh, you're one of them that have many developers in your area. They hold for high-rise buildings.
We do, exactly. And while I am in support of development that provides housing, you know, increased housing, better housing, it needs to be sustainable. And what I mean by sustainable is not just the long term, but even at the start of the development, it needs to be that the conflict that is being created now because of the haphazard nature of the development, we need to do something about that. There needs to be some sort of consensus that in terms of neighborhoods, so that citizens of a neighborhood can agree, just as that's what restrictive covenants meant on a title, that persons in this neighborhood have a covenant with one another of the type of homes or the type of buildings that they're going to place on those lots. And we need to go back to honoring those restrictive covenants in a different sort of way. People can modify them now, and the law provides for the modification of them. But we have to take a look again, because those legislations are kind of outdated. We need to amend them and have a holistic system, legislative system.
So the covenants that exist presently can be manipulated.
They can be manipulated. And I don't know if I would use the word manipulated necessarily, but sometimes when the covenants are lifted, the other covenantor isn't happy about it. Yeah. And we need to do better at zoning, so that if there's going to be a neighborhood where there's high rises, then everybody knows that if you move in here, it's high rises. You know, your bungalow home is likely to be shortly converted into a high rise, or that next door to you there's going to be a high rise, or behind you, because this neighborhood has been zoned for that. It ought not to be that every single neighborhood have 1 or 2 or 3 high rises that creating this imbalance. We need to have zones, and we need to respect the development orders, and so that the zones are maintained in a way that actually supports a healthy family life. You know, people want to live in certain neighborhoods if they have children, young adults, have different needs.
Concerned about the inconsistencies, too many commercialized properties, is that we're getting at, and you'd want it to be, as you said, moderated at a level so that persons particularly returning or those who want to be in their comfort of their homes don't feel as though they're being
they're being crowded out. Exactly. Because every Jamaican deserves to live in Jamaica, and deserves to have some space in Jamaica that they can call their home and that they can be comfortable in their home. And so we all need to make sure that there are ways we can cooperate to create that. And it's not difficult. It's not difficult at all.
On your walks, have you been having meetings with the developers?
So I have met with developers individually, but I have not had like a meeting with a group of developers as yet. It's in the works. It's in the works.
Also, there's the potential of having a sit down or a town hall or that group discussion with the developers.
Yeah,
so
man.
that
It's more than potential. There's a plan. There's actually a plan to have that.
But that plan comes with your expertise in corporate law.
Well, I'm not so much an expert in corporate law, but in law generally, and in conveyancing law, which includes modification of restrictive covenants.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you have that background. But I see where you're doing free legal work already in your constituency, that the people can come and sit and talk with you.
Yes.
And from there, you assist them where you can to sort out their different issues. How is that going?
It went well. Well, what we had in particular was one specific legal aid fair. It went very well. Many citizens expressed how happy they were for the opportunity to come and sit with us. We're going to have another one, and the next one will be at a different time, because the time of day, that one was during the day on a Friday. A lot of people said they couldn't come because they had work. So we're going to have another one at another time that's more convenient. But the host of citizens who need legal advice, and I'm not just talking poor people. A lot of people just need, and sometimes some quick, you can quickly solve their problems for them. People who have issues with succession, aging parents and what to do, how you transfer the home before the person dies, or should you wait until after they die? And the situations will dictate which is best. But apart from the legal aid fair, I am always giving advice to persons who I meet, So many individual constituents who have legal problems or just legal questions, I'm available to them. Yeah, man, I make myself available to them.
So you spoke about education, you spoke about the conveyance and the zoning as possible.
Yes.
What are the economic realities? Because even though you have a lot of persons who are on the higher side of the strata, you also have some very vulnerable poor constituency.
We do.
How you... what are the cries of those people?
The cries of those people, better health care is one. Because those people have to go to crowded, well, I should say a crowded clinic, because there's only one clinic in the constituency. As large as the constituency is, there's only one clinic. Yes, and it's the Edna Manley Clinic in Grand Spain, right next to the police station. So we need more. We need more healthcare facilities. And what I've seen, because there isn't a lot of available land for that, my plan is to have mobile clinics that move from community to community, that people know when the clinic will be in their area. And those clinics can either utilize existing buildings like churches or schools. Schools if it's on the weekend, churches if it's during the week. Or the mobile clinic can be like a caravan that actually, moves around. Both. So we'd use both formats so that we can bring the healthcare to the people when the people can't go to the healthcare. And when I say that, I'm talking about senior citizens who can't get out of their bed to go, who can't afford the taxi fare to go all the way to the clinic. Yeah, these people need the healthcare to come to them.
So you're talking about a scheduled mobile clinic system so that it can really come to the people. So that means that you're talking about you and the prospective Minister of Health forming and getting things up and running to do some mobile clinics in
Northeast. Yes.
So if you're doing mobile clinics, what else you plan to do?
Crime is a problem right across Jamaica, of course, and certainly in Northeast St. Andrew as well.
Wasn't it in your constituency that Polly boy?
Yes.
The
Yes.
the developer was accosted by alleged police or some makeshift police.
Yes.
So what? That was the
Attacked.
Polly boy was.
Attacked. Yes. Yes.
Have you followed up with it?
I have. Yeah, man. I've kept in touch with him. I went to visit him because he is, well, every constituent deserves better, really and truly.
True.
The attack on him was horrendous. It was horrendous. And it happened in daylight hours. It happened in daylight hours in the affluent area of Graham Heights. But that problem that's not a normal crime problem we're talking about there. Yeah. The source of that is not something for me to speak about on this program. But
I can imagine.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to that. I understand.
There's a lot more to that. And I'm letting the investigators do their investigation. And we hope that the perpetrators will be brought to justice. But talking about crime, in the inner city areas, there's also.
But what other additional crimes happen within your country?
Yeah, man, we've had a few murders in the constituency in the past 6 months to a year. Yeah, some that seem like hired kill. Yeah, hired killers. Yeah.
Targets.
There was one on Barbican Road. A lady, we call her Muma. Mommy was killed a week after she and I were talking about the fact that her son had been killed. And then they came for her. There's a lot of that. Reprisal killings and yeah, the cycle goes on. There was also a murder that took place on Shortwood Road. An affluent businessman, I forget his name now. That too seemed like a hit job. Yeah.
So you're concerned about the level of criminal activities in the constituency?
Yes, and I blame some of that on this fact that so many of our young people
are unattached.
And I call them now malattached because they don't remain unattached. They're not in school and they're not working, but then they become attached to criminality. They become attached to gangs. Yeah. And that's the source of the hired hitmen. Yeah. They're available because they don't have anything else to do. And so we really need to increase our citizen engagement, the training of our youth, and to create employment opportunities, create business opportunities, create an environment where young people can start their own businesses, where a young person whose parents don't have it like that can access funding, borrow money to start their business, because our young people are so creative. Some of them have some brilliant ideas, but if them parents not have it like that, where them forget the money to start their ideas? We need to have business incubators. We need to have more mentorship. Yeah, we need to really look out for each other, because success for me doesn't mean there can't also be success for somebody else. Success is not a competition. Yeah, everybody can succeed. And that's the kind of constituency I want to create and will create when I'm elected. One where every citizen can find their opportunity to climb that ladder of success.
Wow. So your what I would say now, your presentation is on Sunday.
Sorry, you broke up just
This
now.
night? Your presentation is on Sunday.
Yes, yes. So I have been walking in the constituency for months, and the leadership of the People's National Party is now going to formally present me as the candidate for the upcoming elections for Northeastern St. Andrew. I'm looking forward to Sunday night in Barbican Square, where we are going to light up the place, you know, and to share some of my plans, much more than what I'm telling you about now. I just give me the tip of the iceberg. Those who want to hear more need to come out to Barbican Square and see why it is important to vote, to come and hear the plans of what you will be voting for when you vote for Stacey Knight.
So you move it from Girls Guides. Is it because you expect a massive sea of orange to come up?
We considered, Girl Guides, not that we moved it from there. We considered many locations within the constituency. Yeah, we considered several locations, but really Barbican Square is where the base of the PNP supporters are.
Oh, so you want the sea of orange just usurp Sunday night?
We know that, yeah, man, PNP River going to come down bank to bank in Barbican Square this Sunday night. And we also chose Barbican Square because, as I said, Barbican is at the heart of the constituency. Barbican Road is that dividing line between the two divisions. We didn't want to be too much on the fringes of the constituency. We wanted to be where we are accessible to everybody. So the people from Cherry Gardens and Jacks Hill just need to come down the road to meet in Barbican Square. Those from Paddington, it's right around the corner. Grand Spen, it won't take you 5 minutes to get there. Acadia, everybody can get to Barbican Square in a short time. And so that's where we're going to have the meeting, because we are showing that this candidate, Stacey Knight, is for the entire constituency. So everybody will come and hear plans for them. Every citizen, every category of citizen, every demographic has needs that ought to be addressed by their political representative. And I have the plan that will address those needs.
Interesting. So you're dealing with education, you're dealing with a housing situation, you're dealing with the issue of crime, you're dealing with the issue of economic viability.
Yes.
And you said for them to get a full understanding of the prescription of Stacey Knight.
Yes.
Sunday in Barbican Square.
Sunday night in Barbican Square. Be there.
So we'll be hearing from the likes of Acadie Knight.
Yeah, man. Of course, Daddy has to be there. I'm Daddy's little girl. Yeah.
His prize possession is like him never leave your side. So is Acadie Knight active? Is the star boy active on the ground?
He has been active on the ground with me from the beginning. Right now, he's on a little lull, recovering from a little injury, but he soon be back out on the road with me and the team. We have a whole team, so we've been missing him, but we have others that fill in. So that I'm on the road almost every day, walking and meeting residents. And no matter how much I walk, boy, it's going to take some time to cover the entire constituency, to meet everybody. And so those constituents who haven't met me yet, I'm encouraging you to look out for me on social media. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram.
Yes.
I think the Facebook page is down right now, but it soon be back up.
What names of these social media pages?
Stacey Knight, PNP on TikTok. stacyknight.pnp on Instagram. And you can email me at stacyknightpnp@gmail.com. You can also call me or WhatsApp me, 876-457-8883.
Repeat that number for the constituents.
876.
Wait, don't repeat it yet. When we're going to finish.
All right, no problem.
By the time you look, your phone going to start go right off
the chain.
So you're very accessible. That's what you're letting them know.
I am accessible because I want to be held accountable.
What is the reception you're getting from the people? Because I hear people are saying that boy Andre, they don't know if a Stacey Knight can cross it, gets that giant. But what kind of level of assurance can you give the people tonight that you're standing against this? I wouldn't call him a Goliath. I would prefer call him let me not say, but you're standing against that individual. How you want to tell them tonight? I remember.
I was going to say that remember that David slew Goliath. I may be small in stature and a woman going up against a man. But let me tell you, when people see and feel the type of needs, the type of deprivation, the type of neglect and lack of attention that they're getting from that member of parliament, when people see the difference, a woman who is coming to care for them, a woman who sees people and not statistics, a woman who the common touch makes a difference, a woman who listens. And when people recognize that for 28 years, whatever was going to happen, happened already. If it was going to happen, it happened already. It is absurd to think that after 28 years, he would come with anything new. He's not coming with anything new now. His time is up. And he recognizes it. In fact, he himself said he wanted to retire and was going to hand it over to his daughter. But for whatever reason, his daughter is not ready, not prepared to step into the game. And so he's hanging on. But I'm going to do him the favor of retiring him.
Why? Ball out!
Yes, his daughter wouldn't do it, so I'll do it. I'll do it for him. Yeah, I'll put him out of the misery.
You said the sheriff daughter will retire him.
The sheriff daughter will retire him, since his daughter couldn't do it. Andre, I am eager to walk into Parliament, to stand up in Parliament and advocate on behalf of these people. And I'm a resident of the constituency, I live here too, so I know, I see and know and feel what we're not getting. I drive on the bad road and when I go jogging, I see where the dark spots where I'm afraid to jog. Where we need more street lights. I see it and feel it and know it.
Interesting. So you're saying that you plan to retire him?
I will. It just for it to manifest. It happened already, It happened already. It just went to manifest.
When I look at the Gleaner and the Observer, the great political winners of 2025, I will see Stacey Knight.
Definitely. Absolutely. I am confident of that.
Mr. Whiskey. If you plan to retire Mr. Whiskey. Yeah, man, it's a good name that. Retire Mr. Whiskey. But
we have been using the moniker that truck. So I'm going to park the truck.
Oh, you're going to park the truck?
Yeah, park the truck.
We have a truck on the road. Crash! It's at the junkyard.
Yeah, man, it's time. Time come, Andre. Time come. And to the people of Northeast St. Andrew, I say, we know that at the next general election, the People's National Party will take over government. And you want to have a member of parliament who is on the government side.
Yes.
You want someone who will advocate for you in an administration that will listen. You want to have Stacey Knight on your side. You want to have Stacey Knight speaking up for you where you can't speak up for yourself. Tell me what is it that you want me to advocate about, and that is exactly what I will do.
Because you're not going in the parliament to tell us that the Integrity Commission needs to step aside. You're not going to tell us that the Integrity Commission shouldn't ask your family and your spouse about their assets. You're not going to look at us and tell us that we must do away with the Integrity Commission.
Absolutely not. I am from a family of integrity. The way my parents grew me, I could never put them to shame to go into parliament, go disgrace the family name.
My God.
My family has an impeccable record. And it's not just my parents, my grandparents, uncles, and aunts. Majority of them are either public servants or teachers. That's how we grow, to serve country. And so it is just my time, my place, my destiny now to step in and to serve my country that has served me so well.
So you're chucking them out, taking them off the main road.
Yeah, man.
Feeling as the star girl.
Yes.
Who is the sheriff's daughter.
Yes.
Well, Jamaica, this was Miss Stacey Knight, the MP candidate for St. Andrew Northeast. She's giving out her number now. I know a lot of uptown people watch my program, you know. A lot of these uptown people, because I know of uptown people in our constituency, you know. And big up all who then have Barbican. One of my right hand is one of your right hand, and you don't know, you know.
Really?
Babette.
Okay. Babette, I'm a girl. Big up Babette. I hope she's watching.
Babette, I watch right now. So
yeah,
so I can tell you everything where they go on with.
Yeah.
I am told.
All right.
So can you share the number now? You have a lady who live in the constituency too. She called over here. She named Mystery Lady. One of these days I'll introduce her to Mystery Lady because she had to take out the cockroach then.
Okay.
So we will talk about that. Can you share your number now with the public?
Yeah, man. It's 876-457-8883. So 888 and then 3 at the end. 876-457-8883. All right. Give me a call. Send me an email. StaceyKnightPNP@gmail.com. Let's keep in touch. I really want to hear from all of you. 21,000 plus constituents. And if I had the time, I would love to meet every single one.
Well, Miss Knight, it was a pleasure having you here tonight. The educator, the mother, the politician, the attorney, the daughter, who is ready to chuck out the chuck.
Yes.
The chuck aside, so that we can deal with the interest and the advancement for the people of Northeast St. Andrew. So as she said, Sunday in Barbican Square, you can go and listen to her plans as she championed to change the engine in Northeast St. Andrew. Thank you for coming, Miss Knight, and it's always a pleasure having you here. And as I will say, anytime you're ready as MP or potential Minister of Government,
yes,
I will be here. And don't forget that just as how you become MP, I will be there to monitor you aggressively.
Yes.
I will champion for the people. So if you're not going good, Miss Knight, I am going to make the country know. Just as how you're introducing now, if you go to the people and the people says you, I am going to hold you accountable. No more skullduggery, no more nepotism, no more 28 bank account and undeclared fault assets. No more.
No more skirting around integrity. We're standing up for integrity.
Okay, Miss Knight. Thank you for coming. Wow. Thank you for coming, Miss Knight, and we will talk again. And all the best now on Sunday. Jamaica, that was Miss Stacey Knight, the MP candidate. I think I'm good.
I'm not hearing anymore. I think.
Yeah, man, we're good to go, Miss Knight. Producer,
Are you hearing me?
Yes, man.
God,
right. But Jamaica, I'm going to take a commercial break, and when I come back tonight, we're going to deal with the hardcore politics, because many people want to hear the teacher and the politics. So let us take a commercial break now. And when we come back, I'm going to show you how desperate and low these labor rights are. Look at this, Jamaica. Commercial break.
Say goodbye to pain. If you suffer from arthritis, sciatica, fibromyalgia, muscular, back, hip, knee, headache, and sinusitis, then Dr. Brown Arthritis Joint and Remedy Oil Pain is the answer. Listen to another satisfied customer.
Hi, I wanted to let you know that I've used this arthritis joint and remedy oil. And I tested it out with her tester a couple of times because I have a knee that's been driving me crazy. It hurts so much. And I put this on and walked around for a little bit, and I thought, okay, I'm really liking this stuff, and would absolutely recommend that you try it.
Enjoy life without the pain. It's just a rub away. Visit our website or contact us at 917-557-6204 and get this amazing remedy oil.
One Love Season to the Bone, your one-stop seasoning, authentic Jamaican seasoning, low sodium, no MSG, all natural herbs and spices, straight out a yard, all-purpose, chicken, fish, jerk, available at Broad Meat Food Stores, North Lauderdale, Lauderdale Lakes, Margate and Pembroke Pines, Key Food Stores, Miami and Fort Lauderdale, Bravo Supermarket, Miami, Fort Lauderdale and Palm Bay, FA&M and Price Choice, Miami, Thrifty Food Store, Palm Bay, Food Basket and DNL Supermarket, Palm Beach, Festival Margate, and available at all leading supermarkets and the Centerville Food Store, Nassau, Bahamas. Phone 561-946-9941. Email gfedllc@gmail.com. One Love Season to the Bone, your one-stop seasoning.
Yes, Jamaica, welcome back to PDTV News Jamaica. You know, these labor rights are very vulgar in how they're distributing what they classify as assistance. I saw today, Jamaica, a video by the speaker. And when I saw this, I said, Jamaica, this can't continue, you know. This is vulgar. What am I talking about? This is vulgar. Tell me now if you think this look right. Tell me now, Jamaica, if you think this look right. Look at it. Jamaica. Jamaica. No, I think Jamaica need to see it tonight again. Look at what is happening blatantly in front of the eyes of the people of Jamaica. Look there. Look there, you know. They never do it, Courtney. No, sir. Black cement, steel plyboard.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
I am saying Jamaica. And listen to me well. Beryl was almost 9 months ago. This is no burial assistance. This is no burial assistance. This Jamaica is no burial assistance. You heard what I said? How the supplies just a reach? How the supplies just a reach Jamaica? This is no burial assistance. This is no care package. This is what they mean when them say them can turn it up and turn it down. And because they know the people are vulnerable, you know what they have done? They have stifled the people to a spirit and a culture of dependence. And because they know the people are vulnerable, because they know the people are hungry, because they know that the people are desperate, they decide at this time to turn it up, turn it down. This is an electoral tactic. So if this is not them electoral tactic, can you imagine what more is going to come? And as one say, I sat at her feet. I know her book. I know her chess game. You see all of those paper, Courtney, where you see the people them write up. Them have to put in the TRN and the ID number, you know. Them have to put in the phone number, you know. Because, and them have to put in the address. Because them have to make sure so them get them out to come and vote. You heard what I said, Jamaica? I sat at her feet. I know her thinking. Everything that is done is calculated. And not just calculated, Jamaica. It is strategic. And I am sure that the area that it is given to is an area that she needs to win. She needs to shave down the PNP vote then. So she makes sure so she go rub butter puss mouth Courtney. Give 2 zinc, 2 plyboard, some cement, and so they say everybody want. Yes, Juliet told me give me 2 plyboard and cement. But I can tell them Jamaica. I will say this to them. This level of skullduggery must stop. This level of skullduggery must stop. And there is no political ombudsman to rein them in. No one to rein them in and say, this is too vulgar. But I can tell you, Jamaica, you think this vulgar? Producer, put up the last one when me send to. No? I want to show no how. Put up the last video me send to. No?
You're not taking that. Them could even come and come call your name about that. We don't have them something there. When PMP I give people think PMP now have no time for go spend how much $1 million for waste. For put a logo upon the bond them for give people for go make the people them for get special bond. By the time election for run again and your man shit out that. Anybody ever come on my blood clot get with all one of them there. Although nobody in my community now come none of them there something there. But if me did live in one community where them people that come through, them come on my jail, I'm gonna have to send man come shoot up my house when I done with them blood clots. Them bright and out of other. Them back to school, them have to put on logo, them have to put on them face pan, they pick them school bag, pick them and walk up and down a span road with minister face pan them back. All them something there. None of them can come on my yard. All crosses them. And that them use them know the weakness of the people. Them ball
out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
It is vulgar, Jamaica. It's very vulgar. Producer, play that last video again. I want it to resonate. I want it to resonate tonight how vulgar they are.
You're not taking that. Them could even come and come call your name about that. We don't have them something there. When PMP I give people think PMP now have no time for go spend how much $1 million for waste. For put a logo upon the bond them for give people for go make the people them for get special bond. By the time election for run again and your man shit out that. Anybody ever come on my blood clot get with all one of them there. Although nobody in my community now come none of them there something there. But if me did live in one community where them people that come through, them come on my jail, I'm gonna have to send man come shoot up my house when I done with them blood clots. Them bright and out of other. Them back to school, them have to put on logo, them have to put on them face pan, they pick them school bag, pick them and walk up and down a span road with minister face pan them back. All them something there. None of them can come on my yard. All crosses them. And that them use them know the weakness of the people. Them
green bun. In a Easter, you know, Courtney. Some rotted green bun are going to roll out, you see. Just to remind the people. Them are going to water, them have to put up them face on the water truck. Them are going to garbage. I take out garbage out of constituency, them have to put up them name and them picture on it. Them have your school bag, Jamaica. This is how they plan to continue running this country. They have ravished this country. They have eroded the dignity in the people of this country. They have made the people Tutsis. They have made the people Tutsis. They have made the people a little fine ants them. That when they see little sweets, them just gather. You remember, like, if you put on something, if you put on a piece of food, you see their ants, them rush them. That is what they have made the people do or become in this country. It is sad. It is disgraceful. And even on top of that, Ed Bartlett knows that him announced say flight a come from Dubai. When in truth and in fact, Ed Bartlett know the flight wasn't coming directly, you know. Ed Bartlett, Courtney and Jamaica know the flight not coming directly. Listen to Ed Bartlett yesterday talking about Dubai. Talking about Dubai flight I come to. Listen to this.
After 5 years of working on breaking through the Middle East market, the MENA countries and the GCC countries, and finding a gateway to India, Emirates, the largest airline in the world, will fly to Jamaica from Dubai through Frankfurt. The inaugural flight will be April 10th to Montego Bay. Now, this is a big achievement for Jamaica's tourism. 5 years ago, we went and met with the chairman of Emirates. And at that meeting, we had an understanding that there would be a basis for not just opening that market through Emirates, but to make Jamaica the hub for the region so that we can bring visitors from these far distant areas into Montego Bay and then have them radiating into other parts of the Caribbean. We also had a discussion in relation to how Jamaica can become the center for multi-destination tourism within the area. And this is a big part of achieving that objective. So today was a strong day for tourism, both from what the Secretary of State intimated, as well as what in fact has now become a reality, that the flight will arrive on the 10th at 6:55 p.m. and it's a 777-300 aircraft, which brings 400 to 500 passengers. It will come into Jamaica and will be once a week from April until December.
No. Listening to that, Courtney, did Ed Bartlett make it sound to you that the flight come through Germany? When you listen to that, you never think, say, I want to ask you in Jamaica. When he spoke, you not get the idea, say, at Dubai to Jamaica, the flight come from. No, Jamaica, I want to ask you again, because as a communicator and as somebody who understands the communicative process, did Ed Bartlett at any time say to you, the flight coming from Dubai to Germany and from Germany to Jamaica? Or did he say it is coming from Dubai to Jamaica? I say that to say, Jamaica, it is the duty of government officials to be precise and to have clarity. So now the opposition spokesperson, the opposition spokesperson had to correct it. Here's what the opposition spokesperson had to say.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
I want to take a moment to set the record straight on an announcement made yesterday by the Minister of Tourism. The minister claimed that Emirates will begin flights to Jamaica. But let me be clear, this is simply not true. What actually happened is that Condor, a German airline, announced a new route to Jamaica. Now, Condor, no stranger to Jamaica, does have a strategic alliance with Emirates, but that does not mean Emirates is flying here. To suggest otherwise is misleading and disingenuous. Jamaica's tourism industry is too important for false claims and political spin. Our tourism workers, businesses, and stakeholders deserve honesty about airlift and investment. The minister must come clean and correct the record. Jamaica is a world-class destination, and we must protect our credibility on the global stage. We need real direct flights, not misleading headlines. It's time for transparency in how we communicate tourism developments. Jamaicans deserve the truth. Thank you.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm.
So when I saw the news, I had to go look at what was presented in the newspaper of how the flight going run, or the route that the flight was going to take. I have no problem in celebrating that Dubai is coming to Jamaica, or flights from Dubai and Germany is coming. But me could be truthful now. Me could just be truthful now, Ed Bartlett. Ed Bartlett, I thought I wouldn't even go there. But Ed Bartlett, you're one of the decent labor rights, you know. You're one of the decent labor rights. So make the communication, Ed Bartlett, be precise. Make it come with clarity. Because something like that, would you just need to say, oh, it coming through Germany? Yeah, just talk it like that. Because all of this, totally. So the Emirates will be coming. It'll go through Germany. Producer, put up what it'll go through now. Put up the newspaper article now. I want Jamaicans to see the clarity tonight. But this, see there, in accordance with the provisions of the Regulation 8 of the Civil Aviation Air Transport License Regulation 1966 and amendments thereof, the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority hereby publishes the prescribed particulars of the undermentioned application to operate scheduled air between the United Arab Emirates and Jamaica via Germany. And that is important, you know, the via Germany. But then I understand somebody say, honesty and labor rightism don't go together. Honesty and labor rightism don't go together. But I'm not going there so tonight, Jamaica, because I think I have given you enough of that. But let me get into the substantive issue tonight. You remember yesterday, Jamaica, there was a question posed about the Cubans in Jamaica. Play that video about what was the question that was posed about the Cubans. Play that video, Jamaica. Play that video. Producer, play the video about the question posed.
In terms of Cuban doctors in Jamaica, let us be clear. The Cuban doctors in Jamaica have been incredibly helpful to us. Jamaica has a deficit in health personnel, primarily because many of our health personnel have migrated to other countries. We are, however, very careful not to exploit the Cuban doctors who are here. We ensure that they are treated within our labor laws and benefit like any other worker. So any characterization of the program by others certainly would not be applicable to Jamaica. We are ensuring that our program complies with all the international laws and standards to which we are a party to.
Our next question will come from Tana Thomas from Nationwide News Network. Please stand.
Secretary Rubio, my question is, or questions in relation to the matter of the Cuban Medical Corporation program as well. So the medical mission has been a cornerstone of healthcare in Jamaica and the Caribbean for over 50 years, according to our foreign minister. How does the U.S. reconcile its stance on this program with the region's reliance on Cuban medical professionals, and what alternatives does it propose to ensure healthcare stability?
Well, yeah, I think the first thing is to separate the medical from the labor issues that we are pointing to. Okay, this is not about doctors. Okay, this is not about the provision of medical assistance. We have no problem with medical assistance. We have no problem with doctors. We have a problem, and I'm not speaking about Jamaica. We've discussed this today about, following international labor standards and the like, but I'm just talking about this program in general, how it's operated around the world. And how it's operated around the world is that basically the doctors are not paid. In many other parts of the world, the doctors are not paid. You pay the Cuban government. The Cuban government decides how much of anything to give them. They take away their passports. They basically operate as forced labor in many places. Now, there are places that have better labor standards. Perhaps Jamaica is one of those, and that's fine. But I'm describing generally what the program has been. It has operated in that way in many parts of the world and placed these people in tremendous danger. And so I think we can all agree that the trafficking in labor, be they doctors or farm workers, is not something that we would want to be supportive of, and we find that to be an egregious practice on the part of the Cuban regime. Now, every country operates their program differently. And obviously, because of our relationship with Jamaica, we're going to engage with them on that and talk about it further and have a better understanding. Perhaps none of this applies in the way it's handled here. But generally, that's the problem with the program. It's not that they're Cuban doctors. It's that the regime does not pay these doctors, takes away their passports, and basically it is, in many ways, forced labor. And that we cannot be in support of. Again, not speaking about here in particular, but in general about the program.
Okay, our next question is going to come from Will.
You hear that? Mm-hmm. But today, a revelation was made by Christopher. Today, a revelation was made by Christopher. I don't think you hear what I say. Today, a revelation was made by Christopher. Listen to this. Listen to Tufton today.
Lives depend on it. That was Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton's candid response to concerns over the possibility of Cuban medical professionals being sent home. Dr. Tufton admitted at Parliament's Standing Finance Committee on Thursday that the impact would be felt significantly.
This is something that we would prefer not to have, as you know, because lives depend on it. The Cuban eye care program, for example, at St. Joseph's, they do almost 20 surgeries a day, and thousands of Jamaicans benefit from the program. So it would be a challenge. It would be a challenge.
This widening of the restrictions has raised concerns across CARICOM, particularly in countries that rely on Cuban medical professionals to supplement their healthcare systems. According to Dr. Tufton, over 400 such professionals supplement Jamaica's medical staff.
If we assume the worst, which is what you're suggesting, it would have a significant impact on our health system in that we have close to 400 Cuban healthcare workers in our public health system, primarily nurses and primarily specialist nurses. So those working in the very specialized areas, which is where the greatest shortage exists. And it would mean that those services would be impacted. So the consequences of a suspension or termination of those arrangements would mean maybe some suspension or at best rearranging of some of those services as to where they could be accessed.
Dr. Tufton says the government through the Foreign Affairs Ministry is attempting to come to a compromise through negotiations with Cuba and the United States.
The conversations that are taking place now are attempting to firstly understand the problem a little more and to see to what extent we can work around it with our bilateral partner, both Cuba and by extension the US. And those conversations are being led by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs with the support and advice from this ministry. It's early days yet, so we'll see what happens.
However, he says contingencies are being worked on through the Philippines, India, and Nigeria that may be expedited to respond to the worst-case scenario.
There were discussions before all of this. In fact, we have an MOU that we're finalizing, which will see some faculty and some specialists coming from Nigeria. We've had that before in our health system, so that those relationships are traditional relationships. We've had in the past Indian nationals coming. So while we acknowledge the problem and we would prefer to avoid it being a crisis in that regard, because we do believe the relationship with Cuba has been strong and very beneficial, and we would like to preserve it, even if we have to make some adjustments. We're also putting in place contingencies that before now were not necessarily contingencies for this issue, but the need to expand capacity generally. And so we'll just have to fast track some of those to account for some of the gaps that exist.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
You heard that? Are you aware, Jamaica, that approximately 133 Cuban doctors, their contract apparently ended? And they had the potential, I believe that based on the crisis in Jamaica, the government would have made an attempt to renew the contract. They were sent home. And we're saying going Nigeria and India and all of those places. And yesterday, based on what was said by the Prime Minister, you would have expected that everything was safe. You would have expected that everything was safe. But this revelation was today, you know. This revelation was today. Some Cuban doctors whose contracts have ended have left Jamaica. How can you trust them, Courtney? How can you trust them? And you see, I said to Jamaica, monitor over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks what is happening in Jamaica, what is happening in the region. Monitor it. Because if you don't monitor it, Jamaica, the revelations are going to be made. And the revelations are plenty. The revelations are going to be made, and the revelations are plenty. Rubio was in Guyana today. Rubio met with the president of Guyana, President Ali. I want you to listen to the tone of Rubio in Guyana today. Listen to the tone, Jamaica, of Rubio in Guyana today. Listen to this.
Good afternoon.
Marcel Thomas from the Starbuck News. You just spoke of consequences for aggressive actions and that the U.S. is Guyana's partner. Given Venezuela's unprovoked aggression towards Guyana, I want to know if your country would stand by Guyana militarily if Venezuela were to attack this country, and what would be the U.S.'s response should Venezuela attack U.S. oil major ExxonMobil, which is operating in Guyana as well.
It would be a very bad day for the Venezuelan regime if they were to attack Guyana or attack ExxonMobil or anything like it. It would be a very bad day, a very bad week for them. And it would not end well for them. I'm not going to get into details of what we'll do. We're not big on those kinds of threats. I think everybody understands, and I want it to be clear. We've made this clear repeatedly. I think the U.S. Navy today is making it clear and demonstrating our ability to. We have a big Navy, and it can get almost anywhere. Anywhere in the world. We have commitments that exist today with Guyana. We want to build on those, expand on those, and we'll leave it for the appropriate time. But suffice it to say that if that regime were to do something such as that, it would be a very bad move. It would be a big mistake for them.
You heard what he said about the Venezuelans? It would have been a very bad move. So he's warning to protect Ghana's interests, you know. So US has made it clear. So let us go back to the triangle, Courtney. The canal closed off from the Chinese. The wharf announcements are to come. You heard what I said. He has made it known that if Venezuela provoke Guyana and ExxonMobil, the US will respond. But I don't think Jamaica is looking in the international space at what the Chinese minister said today, you know. The Chinese minister today responded to Rubio. I don't think Jamaica heard what I said. The Chinese minister today, the foreign minister in China, you know, responded to Rubio. You don't hear what I said? The foreign minister, Chinese foreign minister, advised US to reflect on its own hegemony in Latin America and the Caribbean following Rubio's claim on Chinese investments. So already the Chinese is telling you now, Courtney, you know, based on the argument here by the Chinese foreign minister. Listen, producer, put up the argument what the foreign minister said. I want Jamaica to hear what the foreign minister of China says today. The spokesperson emphasized that China always adheres to the principles of mutual respect. Hey! Equality, Jamaica. Hear the word equality. I wonder if the contractors in Jamaica argue that when check is in Jamaica, they're equally treated fairly in this country. The Chinese are saying, you know, they always adhere to the principles of respect, equality, mutual benefits, openness, inclusiveness, and win-win cooperation in its investment cooperation with countries around the world. China respects the wishes of the relevant countries and has significantly promoted what? Economic development and improvement of people's livelihood, bringing tangible benefits to local people. According to him, the so-called debt burden is pure hype and disregard the facts. Is this the reality for many Jamaicans? Is this the reality for many Jamaicans who interface with the Chinese Is it a win-win situation for the people who live in the local bauxite areas? Is it a win-win situation for Marcus Garvey's hometown that the Chinese has taken over? Listen to Dr. Uma. Remember Dr. Uma Johnson? Listen to Dr. Uma. Listen, Jamaica, listen to Dr. Uma. And tell me if this
I was
is
in Jamaica. I keynoted the Garvey celebration last summer, Ocho Rios. The Chinese pretty much own Jamaica. I mean, the Jamaican government is giving them concessions, land concessions. They're building hotels, beach resorts. They're building 2 schools for the Japanese, for the Jamaicans. And what the Jamaicans have to give them in turn is the right to certain lands, the right to certain waterways. And if it doesn't stop, Jamaica, ironically, the land of Marcus Garvey and Bob Marley, will be the first Chinese colony in the Caribbean.
Wow.
It's getting bad. And you know why it's happening? Because the black bourgeoisie leadership in both Africa and the Caribbean, they don't have to live with the consequences of the economic decisions they make. So if I'm the president of Jamaica, okay, and China says, listen, we're going to give you $1 million in retirement. We're going to build you a retirement home, but we want this, this, and this. And you can loan as much money as you want. You can borrow as much money from the Bank of China as you want. I'm going to be set by the time I leave office. But what about my nation? Jamaica will be struggling for the next 50 years.
Play it again, producer. Play back that. Play about that.
I was in Jamaica. I keynoted the Garvey celebration last summer, Ocho Rios. The Chinese pretty much own Jamaica. I mean, the Jamaican government is giving them concessions, land concessions. They're building hotels, beach resorts. They're building 2 schools for the Japanese, for the Jamaicans. And what the Jamaicans have to give them in turn is the right to certain lands, the right to certain waterways. And if it doesn't stop, Jamaica, ironically, the land of Marcus Garvey and Bob Marley, will be the first Chinese colony in the Caribbean.
Wow.
It's getting bad. And you know why it's happening? Because the black bourgeoisie leadership in both Africa and the Caribbean, they don't have to live with the consequences of the economic decisions they make. So if I'm the president of Jamaica, okay, and China says, listen, we're going to give you $1 million in retirement. We're going to build you a retirement home, but we want this, this, and this. And you can loan as much money as you want. You can borrow as much money from the Bank of China as you want. I'm going to be set by the time I leave office. But what about my nation? Jamaica will be struggling for the next 50 years.
Jamaica.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election.
Producer, play that one more time, no? You hear what Dr. Johnson said? A colony. Play that one more time.
I was in Jamaica. I keynoted the Garvey celebration last summer, Ocho Rios. The Chinese pretty much own Jamaica. I mean, the Jamaican government is giving them concessions, land concessions. They're building hotels, beach resorts. They're building 2 schools for the Japanese, for the Jamaicans. And what the Jamaicans have to give them in turn is the right to certain lands, the right to certain waterways. And if it doesn't stop, Jamaica, ironically, the land of Marcus Garvey and Bob Marley, will be the first Chinese colony in the Caribbean.
Wow.
It's getting bad. And you know why it's happening? Because the black bourgeoisie leadership in both Africa and the Caribbean, they don't have to live with the consequences of the economic decisions they make. So if I'm the president of Jamaica, okay, and China says, listen, we're going to give you $1 million in retirement. We're going to build you a retirement home, but we want this, this, and this. And you can loan as much money as you want. You can borrow as much money from the Bank of China as you want. I'm going to be set by the time I leave office. But what about my nation? Jamaica will be struggling for the next 50 years.
Did you hear that tonight? Do you understand why your Prime Minister statutory declarations can't be certified? Do you understand, Courtney? You hear the man said? The leaders of Africa and the Caribbean. Bill what? Retirement what? Courtney? Retirement home mansion? Real estate? It's sounding... Is it sounding Jamaica like something. No, I think it must, and everybody who wants this video, I'm going to share this video with you because it is very important. Because what the man explained, your prime minister statutory can certify. Your prime minister have 28 bank account. Do we know whether or not the Chinese has put monies in these accounts? Do we know that if the prime minister is getting kickbacks from all of these China harbor? Remember the prime minister's business partner was who? The liaison to check. So I am asking you tonight, people of Jamaica, if the man can certify, if the man have them the account, and it is hard to track and trace, etc. And as a matter of fact, how the Chinese operate, they not even put it in your account, Courtney. Then just drop it at your foot. You heard what the Chinese foreign minister said? It's a win-win situation. Is Jamaica winning? Are the people of Jamaica winning?
No. You can't money borrow.
Are the people of Jamaica winning? Are the schools winning? The lands winning? The roads winning? The hospitals winning? The only person I see win is Andrew and his ministers of government. I want to show you something. You remember yesterday me showing you say the bus them come from China. Remember me showing you? I'm showing you the bus come from China. But I went to dig a little further today, Jamaica, about the manufacturers of the bus. You heard what I said? I went to dig on the manufacturers of the bus. I don't think you heard what I said now, Jamaica. Yes, that one, producer. I want you to go look for the manufacturer of the bus. They're called Golden Dragon and International Trading Company. Golden Dragon. When you hear me say, all who love to research, go research Golden Dragon and International Trading Company. So when I did that, I look at the industries that Golden Dragon is involved in China. Look at the industries that Golden Dragon involved in. Metal and mineral. Except petroleum, you know. Merchant wholesalers, you know. Merchant wholesalers, durable goods, wholesalers trade, copper products. You see where I'm getting at, Jamaica. So if China have access to the bauxite, is a win-win for sure. Because when the mud reach a China, could it be that Golden Dragon, an international trading company? Hey, then see where me I go tonight, you know. So now you understand, Jamaica, why the 100 buses can come. Because remember, you know, him say another 100 coming this year. So if another 100 coming this year, could this be a trader? Jamaica, do you see where I'm heading today? Do you understand where I'm going today? Mercantilism. Go and research the word mercantilism. And if you understand mercantilism, that is the philosophy of the economic policies of China. Mighty God. Mercantilism. So when you see the foreign minister coming out so strong, and then I went further today, Courtney, and I say with all of what is happening, somebody called the program today and said, teacher, be careful of the Chinese manipulating the elections. Because the Chinese already, intelligence in Canada said that the Chinese have attempts to manipulate the Canadian election that is due the 28th of April. What do I mean, be careful of the Chinese manipulating the election? They are the masters of artificial what? Intelligence. So can you imagine? The Prime Minister is a significant ally. Canada says China and India may seek to meddle in election. This was this week on Reuters, you know. The 25th of March. Today is what? The 21st? 27th? 2 days ago, Reuters wrote this. And then if I recall, I heard the EOJ saying a few days ago, be careful of what? Be careful of what, Jamaica? Fake voter IDs. Jamaica, like up this live. Like up this live. Like up this live. Just like up this live now, Jamaica. Because what I'm teaching you and what I'm sharing with you tonight, what I'm sharing with you tonight, Jamaica, is nothing ordinary. Because if the Chinese have these people in their pockets, and I look at you and say, hey, I need some more money to buy out the people. Chinese say, how much you want? Because the Chinese agenda must be fulfilled. Yes. And in truth, Jamaica, they will do the same thing if the PNP comes in power. But will Mark Golding be a hand of integrity? Andre will be here to watch Mark Golding and the PNP. We'll not give them the leverage like how this government leg up on us like a cancer, you know. You heard what I said? We will not give Golding the opportunity to harbor them here and friend them here. And it doesn't benefit the people of Jamaica. Because this one, Dr. Umar Johnson explicitly described the situation that is happening in Jamaica. Playback producer, what Dr. Umar Johnson says. Playback producer, what Dr. Umar Johnson says about the reality. Listen, and now you understand why Rubio had to come to Jamaica first.
I was in Jamaica. I keynoted the Garvey celebration last summer, Ocho Rios. The Chinese pretty much own Jamaica. I mean, the Jamaican government is giving them concessions, land concessions. They're building hotels, beach resorts. They're building 2 schools for the Japanese, for the Jamaicans. And what the Jamaicans have to give them in turn is the right to certain lands, the right to certain waterways. And if it doesn't stop, Jamaica, ironically, the land of Marcus Garvey and Bob Marley, will be the first Chinese colony in the Caribbean.
Wow.
It's getting bad. And you know why it's happening? Because the black bourgeoisie leadership in both Africa and the Caribbean, they don't have to live with the consequences of the economic decisions they make. So if I'm the president of Jamaica, okay, and China says, listen, we're going to give you $1 million in retirement. We're going to build you a retirement home, but we want this, this, and this. And you can loan as much money as you want. You can borrow as much money from the Bank of China as you want. I'm going to be set by the time I leave office. But what about my nation? Jamaica will be struggling for the next 50 years.
I will be set. Wholeness is set, you know. Wholeness is set. He's set. But you know, Courtney, when I talk about the golden dragon, if it is that Jamaica purchased the bus from China, why is it that the bus has the Chinese logo? Was it a gift or a charity? Was it a trade-off? Because if I buy an item from you, it shouldn't have the logo of your country on it. No. Think about it, Jamaica. Think about it rationally and carefully. If it is that you, me buy an item from you, you go Toyota, you go. Toyota now, you may buy it from Hardy. Hardy now go put up, say, owned by Hardy. If you get where I'm coming from, Jamaica, make we go there now. If it is that I purchased the bus from China, if it is I purchased the bus from the United States, if it is that I purchased the bus, why is it I am seeing the Chinese flag on the bus? So my question is, was there a trade-off with Golden Dragon? Did Golden Dragon get something from Jamaica? Did Golden Dragon get something from Jamaica? Partnership? Partnership? So my question is, was it really a purchase or was it a gift? Because they get the land. If they get the land, Courtney, then get the road, then get the backside, and then get the wharf. Or was it a barter? Because Jamaica, you know, it could be said that Jamaica purchased it, you know, based on the figure, you know, but it's a trade-off, you know. So it would come on record to say Jamaica purchased it. But in truth and in fact, it was a barter. So ask yourself tonight, if it is that Jamaica purchased these buses, how the Chinese flag? And I am asking, you know, I don't know how the Chinese flag, and probably I am oblivious to how the Chinese flag end up on it. So I am asking the government tonight, explain the new buses having the Chinese flag. Explain that. That's all I am saying, Jamaica. All I am saying tonight. Explain that. And when you do that, Jamaica, When you do that, Dr. Uma Johnson has confirmed how they operate, the mercantilist. Hello, good night.
Good night. Congratulations on the excellent program you're doing. You're the greatest broadcaster in the history of Jamaica. No guy tests you, not even from traditional media.
Yes,
I
my
am here
friend.
listening to you. And let me tell you something, man. You're sharp as a razor blade. You're on point 100%. Look here, all these guys walking in the streets of Jamaica right now are owned by Chinese. They're owned.
Yeah.
They're not Jamaicans. They're owned by the Chinese. Andrew Wallace sold out Jamaican people as slaves.
You heard where Dr.
And
John...
he has enough wealth that he can go and live into another country.
My God.
He doesn't have to live in Jamaica. He sold it out to the Chinese already, and Jamaicans are landlocked. Just as how we can't access the beaches, that's what is happening. Look here, the Prime Minister is richer than what you can possibly imagine, you know. I told you, the only question the Chinese ask how much, and they drop in the crocus bags of money. They're not going to do any online transfer, any banking. They're not using banking system. They drop cash.
Yes.
Or they do trade off, which value billions of dollars. So the Prime Minister and his wife, they just build mansions and sell them and get cash same time. They're not keeping them, you know. They're converting everything into cash so they can leave Jamaica at any time.
My God. This is serious.
The collapse, I told you, is the Chinese own it right now. And that was the constant effort of Prime Minister Andrew Wallace to give away this country to the Chinese while he is personally wealthy. I'm telling you, both him and his wife are equally wealthy because he has pulled the levers for her too. Let me tell you something, man. If Jamaicans ever know the situation that we are in now, they would take to the street and compel the Prime Minister to resign and take him in custody too. 3,000 years, no lesser than that. We are the educated people, Andre. We are the soldiers and police to go and remove Andrew Wallace from office so that they can save the Jamaican people.
Pinnacle, China Harbor.
Speech yesterday.
Check, China Harbor, Pinnacle. Is a lot them doing, you know.
Let me tell you something, man. The PNP should have organized a mass protest yesterday. Let Marco Rubio see everything that the Jamaican government is doing. The demonstration wouldn't be about his visit. It's about to make him aware of what Andrew Wallace is doing, the corruption and the recession that he has brought the country into.
Yes.
Let me tell you, man, this is the most serious situation in the history of Jamaica we have found ourselves. The Chinese are constantly seeking their own pound of flesh. They're not responsible for any social services in Jamaica, you know. So, I am telling you, man, the Prime Minister is far richer than you can imagine.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
If it is that all right, my friend, remember we bought buses in 2010 from Brazil, and I never see the Brazil logo on the buses. So how come the Chinese logo there on the something or is it saying made in China?
But we still have the logo.
Or is it saying made in China? Something Jamaica. Hello, good night, caller. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Teacher, good night.
Yes.
Teacher, I did hear ISAT say Vibes Cartel is a national treasure. But let me tell you tonight, Andre Stephanos Stevens is a national treasure. Andre, me proud of you. Andre, you beaten each. Andre, you open up people eye. Andre, please, me ask you, don't stop playing. Video. Play it till people them get it. Play it till it's sinking in their mind, body, and soul. Teacher, have a blessed night. May the armor of heaven surround you and bless you and guide you.
Yes, me dear.
Andre, you are a national treasure to Jamaica. God bless you, my son.
All
Good
right.
night.
All right, my bononos. God bless you too. Students, make sure. Thank you for those commendations. But you see, as I said tonight, me not reach the super shot target for tonight. Bless me with 6 person, bless me with the $20 for we reach the target tonight. Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, Professor. You know you're onto so I don't know, but trust me, you're one of the best investigative journalists in Jamaica right now. Yeah? I can confess that when Garnet Roper was chairman of the JUTC,
yes,
I was very close to JUTC because of my relationship with the Reverend Roper.
Yes.
So I was privileged to what was happening to that board. I had interest in JUTC. In fact, I love transport. I believe if I were to be sent to any ministry, if I was in representational politics, it would be the transport ministry. Yeah. So I keep abreast with what is happening in there.
Yes.
In 2014, when JUTC tried to acquire new buses, when they were acquiring to increase the fleet, they went to the owners of the buses, the Volvo buses that they have. They signed a new deal with this company out of Belgium.
Yes.
So those buses were buses from Belgium. So the owners of the company came to to Jamaica. I actually saw them in the board meetings because the board meetings used to happen at the same institution I attend. Yeah, that Reverend Roper was the president for. Yeah.
Yes.
So we were quite. I was a little bit off fake with what was happening. Let me tell you when. So there was a new deal with them. That what they were doing, they were also doing the restoration of the buses and then bringing them back into Jamaica from Europe.
Yes.
The EU supported that because what it was doing is that Jamaica was spending more money with one of its major trading partners and one of its biggest financier of projects locally. When they send, after Mike Henry left JUTC, left Transport Ministry,
yes,
they send a little thief in one from down at St. Mary. Yeah?
Bobby Montague.
To transport. Let me explain something to you. When they signed the Belt and Road Initiative, did you know it was Bobby who went to China to represent the Prime Minister?
Yes.
There are 2 agents within the JLP who are agents of China in Jamaica. And there are also agents in the PNP who are agents of China. The one at Western St. Mary is one of them, and the one in West Portland is the other. Yeah.
Oh, so you say West Portland and Western St. Mary are the agents of China.
Yes, and there are others in the PNP. And tonight, at the risk of offending a few, I will call out one in the PNP that I know for a fact.
Yes.
The other is the one with the member of parliament for East Kingston.
East King. Oh, Lord, that one I really not fond of.
Yes.
Yes.
So what we're seeing and what Umar Johnson pointed out is that these people have aligned themselves with China because of what they can get. Yeah? Now, with the Golden Dragon.
Yes.
Why that deal was inked is that if you see the article I sent to you, the government said they budgeted $162 million for buses from them.
Yes.
Now, if you buy something from a private company, why is the private company putting its logo on the bus? Now, let me tell you why. Because some of those buses were gifts from the government of China.
Oh, yes.
they were not paid. Some of them were not paid for, but yet though they were included in JUTC's budget of buses that they purchased. So Daryl needs to come and tell us what can go so. And I am going to say something that's going to offend somebody. Don't expect much from certain people who speak on transport within the opposition spokesperson on transport. You know, and let me tell you why. Sometimes our friendships across political divide, sometimes block how we see things. And
Yes.
I'm not saying anything more on that. Because a lot of people are friendly now, Andre. Yeah? You realize you can hardly hear much from certain people on certain portfolios because of who sits across the divide from them. I mean, I'm not my friend Mikhail. I'm not knocking my friend Mikhail, but I'm just saying to Mikhail, you need to wake up in this portfolio. You know the respect and regard I have for you. I'm not accusing you of that because I know you to be a true comrade. But wake up, sir. Wake up. Daryl is being allowed to get away with blue murder because we know some of those buses were donated by the government of China. Yes? Golden Track, the same company you listed. It is not just a private company, it's a state-run enterprise. It is one of those state-run enterprises. And tonight I'm not going to hold back. They're the hypocrites who sit in the People's National Party who are coming back to government need to done this nonsense. Let us not sell our soul. Let me straight up. I have nothing against China, but there needs to be a balance because I am not in favor of America either because I'm a pro Venezuela and Cuba supporter. So everybody know where I stand. But in the interest of Jamaica, there needs to be dealt, and there are politicians who sit in our parliament and in the cabinet, in both opposition and government, that need to be removed from the parliament because they're agents of China. They're sold to China, right? And you will never hear them come out against anything. If China is having any major function in China, they invite them, they pay for them, yeah. Their houses, I know some people have acquired houses paid for by China Harbour Engineering Company. Yeah. So when you hear some people behaving and Mark Bolin, you have a lot of snake in your own party that you're going to have to deal with because they have sold themselves to China. They have sold themselves to the highest bidder and they can't do anything else. When you have Chinese firm going in a low-income housing, then it tell you how bad it is. And there are officials of both parties who represent them.
My God.
Yeah? So this is deeper than we think. It is deeper than we think. But on this bus issue, which I'll not back up, the opposition needs to ask Daryl how many of those buses were donated. And in the donation, did you still budget for them? Because those buses, some of them were donation. They were donation. And why have we switched from the Belgium company, which by the way, we were training students at the German Automotive School, Jagasan, down Maxfield Avenue.
Yes.
To repair those buses. That's what they were being trained on. Yeah? That's what they understand the systems for them. So why are we moving to a different bus system? You know why? Because that is why people can have a wag of money during election time in certain parts of Portland. Yeah? That is why they can have the most monies to spend. Because we know for a fact that they are the agents of China. That's why them friend are the only distributors of the Shackman truck in Jamaica.
Them friend are the only distributor of the Shackman truck.
Yes. The Shackman truck were hauled out from the backside company. Yeah?
Mm.
You need to understand that this man who sits in the Ministry of Transport, yes?
Yes.
And Energy has his clause in almost every major thing you can consider. He's like a prostitute, a political prostitute, let's put it that way. He's for sale by the highest bidder.
My God.
And when I speak about this Chapman truck issue, ask anybody on your program who is the distributor of Chapman trucks in Jamaica. It is Tankwell. Me not waste my time.
Oh, the same Tankwell way. Oh.
Where him did go bail out for with the traffic ticket issue.
Oh Lord. What the police did get himself.
Yes, so poor Sergeant Llewellyn, yes, had gotten himself in trouble. Yeah. When I speak, Andre, I'm
where SSP's GMs.
And SSP James then send him. And where did SSP James end up going? Right down at him sandals. Right,
Lord God.
Out of Blue Lagoon. Yeah. So when we speak, we know what we're speaking. We see the relationships. You have an energy minister. Let's go on the energy side to show you how corrupt this guy is. He's flying, and I'm going to let it go tonight. He's flying on the plane that belongs to the Isas who own Cool Oasis. How could a minister of government be flying on a plane that belongs to the largest energy gas company in Jamaica, and you're the minister of energy? Isn't that a conflict of interest?
Is where you're getting them something here from?
But I mean, used to put him on the plane, sir. And him fly out of Ian Fleming. Yes, out of Ian Fleming Airport. I'm not here to spread propaganda, but I'm telling you, and I used to ask the question, why was he asking to be placed at energy? And then when you look at this West Indies Petroleum company now, who just buy out the refinery down in US Virgin Islands, right? And the same players in that company are his personal friends from the bank at NCB. Yeah? This guy is one of those. And I am convinced, without calling anybody name, that a lot of these persons who you see, their names being called every minute, that they are a part of the illicit eight. Yeah? I am convinced now that there are certain individuals whose name continuously called, that they are a part of the illicit eight. Yeah? It is a damn God disgrace to have this person. He's compromised at all levels. At all levels. Yeah? At all levels. And that is why they want to tell you they need 5 more years. So the 5 more years is to complete the business transaction. Teacher, I go and leave you.
My God, this is too much. Jamaica, this is too much. Jamaica, this is a lot to digest. This is a lot, Courtney. Hello, good night.
Good night.
Yes, caller, good night.
Good night, Andrew. I just wanted to remind you what the Prime Minister said 2 weeks ago. He said he's not going to allow Mr. Golden to win the election. And then you just talked about Chinese interference in the election. So this is like what I see happen in the United States, the whistleblowing stuff, like what Mr. Trump did and said, "Oh, I only need your vote, or you don't have to vote." And next thing you know, they have the election. You know the way it is. So I don't know if you see where I'm going, but I just wanted to tell you that when you first started out on social media, you were on that low side, and people said, "Why you listen to him in my house?" But since this week, I know you could reach this point where you are today, and that's why I kept listening to you, because I know you had it in you to educate the people the way you do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Bye,
my dear. All right.
Bye-bye.
What a lot of revelations tonight. What a lot of revelation. Isn't that a lot that was revealed tonight? Revelation. Isn't that a... Come, students, 5 more persons to reach my goal before 11 o'clock. 5 more persons send the $20 tonight, man. Too much out with there if I get them a good content here. Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night, Andre.
Yes, caller.
We just have a quick point. I have a quick point. To show you how the Chinese own Jamaica. Last year, Emancipation Day celebration, Independence Day,
Lord.
at the National Stadium.
Mm.
You remember saying they have the Chinese them there too?
Yes.
In the parade.
Mm-hmm.
And the history of the Chinese, them never there Jamaica. Is it because
no, indentured servants, Asians overall, but I see where you're coming from. But they were a part of remember you have the old Chinese and the new Chinese, you know. You have Chinese Jamaicans, you know. I don't want you to think, say, I am saying that the Chinese Jamaicans. No. Don't mix it up. The Chinese Jamaicans were a part of our culture. Mm-hmm.
No, man, I go through the history to show you, you know, because the first black people who come to Jamaica as slaves, them coming at 1513.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? And we get emancipation 1838.
Yes.
And the first Chinese will come as indentured servants. Them come 1854. You see me? So them come 16 years after.
Mm-hmm.
They're not supposed to in our parade or nothing. Because they never did them 325 years there. They were never in Jamaica.
Mm.
You see me? So that will show you how them.
Producer, can you? I think you have the video with the how them behave. No. You can show the video how them behave, please. All right, my friend. Thank you for that point.
All right.
This is a lot. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night. How are you doing, Andre?
I'm well. Mm-hmm.
Good. So I just have a thought process that I want to throw to the Jamaican people tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to let the Jamaican people know that the United States is not just sitting down and just come to Jamaica to talk to Andrew Holness. These people have the FBI and the CIA. They have operatives. These people are watching these people, all of the people in politics that you think is transporting, negotiating, selling out, doing all these things. These people in America are watching them.
Mm-hmm.
You would be surprised to know that there are people in Jamaica right now walking around, going to parties, having friendships with these people, going out, having meals with them, that they work for the U.S. government. You don't know. So these people came to Jamaica after they had enough dirt on this government so that when they tell him to move, he can't even ask them how far. He just has to move. When they tell him to jump, he's just going to have to jump. These people are not going to see the influx of Chinese people operating in the Caribbean. And you think that the United States was not watching? Was not monitoring? Was not having situation room meetings from Barack Obama days? Come on, Andre. This is the United States. They fast in everybody's business and they tell everybody what to do. They already know all the junk that the Jamaican government is doing. They're just using it as leverage.
All right. All right,
Thank
my dear.
you.
Thank you. This is a lot. Hey! Marcia did a call me Courtney. Hey! Only see me telling say no matter what Marcia me telling you know say Marcia did a call me, I know. Good night, my bono no Marcia.
Hi, Andre. Good night.
Hey! You come out of the malice mood. Yes, my baby. Yes, my baby. What you saying now?
All right. Andre, I'm a PNP. Me really call for talk to. Listen to me. PNP have a mole in there. About 3 weeks ago, I tell a topic. Head boy alluded to it just now. I know something. I'm not going to talk it on air. But I want to tell the date now, Marky G. We have a mole in our party. A right up front mole. That is the most I'm going to say tonight. All right.
Yes, so one right up front mole in the PNP.
Right up front mole in a PNP party. And if they now Marky G know already, they need to know and they only need for work on the yai.
you know, that's the most I can say. I can't say that more part here.
Your mouth a bubble for calling him in a mass.
Yes. About 3 weeks ago, I tell a topic. I don't call the name. But I tell a topic said PNP have a mole in there. Same thing with me I tell you tonight. Ed boy alluded to it just now. To him just now. But I say we know. But Vietnam Market G, if you not listen, you have a mole right up front. That's all I can say to you.
No, Marcia, for your call tonight, you know, say you really want to talk it, you know. Let's be there some Marcia.
It have bun me from with you if it tell you Andre. But it come out tonight. And I'm not calling him, but you know, can't read in Twitter now. Right, that's it tonight.
All right, Marcia. That one is very good. Me left it there so me bono no knows. Me left it there so. Students who talk on the talk, me not call no name over here. Me not calling no name over here. I will not stick on that tonight. The substantive issue Jamaica is that this one. You hear what I said? Students may have 3 minutes before me reach the target. May have 3 minutes before me reach the target. Right? Come on, students. May have 3 minutes before me reach the target. It was a pleasure to be here with you all tonight. Why I'm gonna reach my target for the super chat. But I really appreciate everybody who come to this class. Did you learn?
Sure.
Did you learn tonight, students? If you learn, say yes, teacher, you learn. See, all my numbers are go down. They might try and manipulate my numbers tonight. Did you learn, my students? If you learn, say yes, you learn. It was a pleasure to have you all here. Boy, students, I realize, say, look like me need to stop, come to YouTube, just stay down in the restaurant, so no can look for me if you come buy the food, because you know, the amount of people when me having at this class at night time, me should I even see 100 people a day. You know, hear what me say, students? So me I ask you now, remember to support lunch tomorrow. Remember to support lunch tomorrow. My name is Andre Stevens, and this was PDTV News Jamaica. This was Andre Stevens, and this was PDTV News Jamaica. Walk good, stay blessed, and remember, see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Bye now. Bye now. Goodbye, Jamaica.